the university, and student leadership. 3 of the presenters that came here to this seminar were able to tell us about the importance of participation, youth participation, in changing society. And where does this thing of student voice come from? It did not just come like manna from heaven, that student leadership is included in university structures. It's included in societal structures. Young people have fought for those things. So we should not sit here and say the SRC. The SRC is an office. A term is run by a person. We have former SRC members here who have done great in their term. We have former SRC members here who are doing great with their lives. They've done great in their term, which also capacitated and ensured them that after their term of office, they are able to run life and they are able to conquer challenges of life. Hence, they are here today and we are proud of them. So as we pointing fingers, let's not point fingers to the structure, because the structure is very important. Let's point fingers to particular individuals. I think it's chair that says we replace cruel leaders. So to see leaders turning cruel. What we need to check is what MJ has spoken to, that the system of putting leaders into SRC through structures, is it correct? When you look at the current situation in the country, that EFF says pay back the money, before Zuma can respond, there's someone who's calling an order. Before the order can be listened to, someone says, because Zuma belongs to the ANC, and the speaker is from the ANC, is getting unfair protection. We come to student parliament as well. You spoke to monetary processes. We come to student parliament as well. The manner in which student parliament in the university is structured also gives the same student structures an upper hand over the student population. So the question of concerned students, the question of independence as well, also speaks volume to say they should be those independent candidates that reports to the general population. During our term in the SRC, we had 4 compulsory mass meetings, and we had to call all those mass meetings to report to students. We're not only calling mass meeting because there was a strike. In our days, the only mass meeting that is called is for a strike. It's not that these are the issues, it's that support us. The strike is not called by students, it's called by SRC. And in our time, we're not calling for a strike. We're reporting back that we've deadlocked with management, and we are realizing that management is not willing to move. And this is where we are. Students themselves will say, no, see, I am happy to hold. Not the SRC. In our days, in discussions, in fact, in offices, not even in discussions, people are told that we are striking before even issues can be discussed. 2 is the question of finance. It's true that we'll always have this challenge of NFSAS. It will never be enough. But to be honest, colleagues, NFSAS has always been there, Comrade Pilani. When you led that strike that Ben Potter camps, I was the first year. Right? We're complaining about financial aid that is not enough. But during our time, financial aid was paying for us tuition, accommodation, books, and meals. And it was enough. Because people were not cheating the system. But of course, even the cost of living was not high. So the challenge is not with NFSAS. The challenge is with us. We know the people that are applying for NFSAS when they do not deserve it. We know it. We drink with these people the money that their parents are giving them to pay for the fees. We know it. We are the ones that are defrauding the systems that are there for us to benefit from them. The other issue is that we do not care. We do not care. We blaming the SRC that we never voted for. There's a question of SRC that is voted by less than 20% of the student population, but get criticism from 80% of the student population. If you do not vote for them, you don't care about them. So why do you care how they run the university? MJ said it correctly, that those with confidence are the ones that are going to lead. Those with wisdom, they will question the ones with confidence. And you will always raise questions. they will never answer you. They will continue to do damage. So it's high time that those who are concerned about themselves and the generations to come, they must not sell out this mission. They must ensure that they take leadership by its horns. Taking leadership is not assuming office, it's leading from the club. When I was a first year as well, I was wearing a tie in second semester registration. I was at NFSAS assisting people to queue there, as if I'm an official there. Even others were also even respecting me. When I was elected as a political commissar of SASCO, I was in hospital. I was not in the meeting because they said that cadre is a force. So some of you here are forces, but you also want to be forces that does not speak. So you must speak. As long as you don't speak, others are going to speak on your behalf. The question of finance and the question of us not caring is that the society does not care. We're speaking about this thing, Mr. Mkhashwa Lemkon, that South Africa does not have enough schools. We have a lot of churches. It's not the government that built those churches, it's the society itself. If we really want to build schools, we can donate in the same manner we're donating to build the churches. The same issue with financial aid. It must start with us as convicants, it must start with us as students of the university, to say there are those students that are hungry, how much are we donating to that cause? Because the government is coming this way, let's also come this way. We must stop this thing of singing and act. Thank you.